Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at Tether and all the stuff going on with them and regulations.
Regulations are a big one.
Yeah, and they're making some pretty big moves too.
They are, yeah. You know, trying to stay ahead the game while everything's changing around them.
Yeah, so maybe we should start off with what is Tether?
What is Tether? Well, for the uninitiated, it is a stablecoin,
Oh, right.
which basically means it's crypto trying to be like regular money,
Okay.
you know? Stable, pegged to the dollar usually.
So it doesn't go crazy like Bitcoin?
Exactly. Much easier to use for things like trading. You know, you don't want to be buying a pizza with Bitcoin and suddenly it costs you twice as much because the price dropped.
Makes sense.
And Tether's USDT, one of the biggest out there.
Yeah.
Everybody uses it.
It's like the safe haven in the middle of the
Haven, yeah.
crazy storm. So, but they're not just sitting around. They just pumped like
Yeah.
700 million into Bitcoin. That's a lot of money.
Huge, right. And end of December, big Bitcoin transfer.
I saw that.
7,629 Bitcoins.
Wow.
Which, and this is all part of
Yeah.
their plan, to put 15% of their profits into Bitcoin.
That's a big bet.
Yeah.
That is a big bet, yeah.
Like, are they crazy?
Well, it shows they believe in Bitcoin for the long haul, that's for sure.
Okay.
But it is a risky move, no doubt about that. You're putting a lot of eggs in one basket.
Yeah, they're not just doing Bitcoin.
This is true. They're branching out,
Yeah.
getting into AI,
Oh, interesting.
which could be huge for
Yeah.
finance, right? And Bitcoin mining too. So doubling down on that bet. And then decentralized communication, really sticking to the whole crypto ethos, like
Right.
users in control and all that.
So they're really trying to, like, have a foot in every future.
It's like, yeah, they're hedging their bets, right? They're saying, okay, Bitcoin might be the future, but if not, we're ready for something else.
That's smart.
It is. It
Yeah.
is, especially with all this regulation stuff coming up. Oh, yeah, the European Union.
The EU and their MiCA regulations.
What's that?
Basically, they're saying, stablecoins, you got to play by the same rules
Okay.
as the big banks. Things like, you got to have enough reserves, prove you actually have the money to back it all up.
And Tether's
Yeah.
always been a bit secretive about that.
A little bit, yeah. So that's where the FUD comes in.
FUD.
Fear, uncertainty, doubt.
Oh, right.
People are nervous. Can Tether actually meet these new standards?
And if they don't,
That's a big question.
what happens to people who own Tether?
Well, worst case scenario, USDT gets kicked off European exchanges.
Oh, wow.
And that's bad news for everyone holding it. Their investment's going to take a hit, at least until things settle down.
So this really shows how important.
Absolutely. This is why regulation matters, because it affects the whole market.
Yeah. So what's Tether doing about all this?
Well, they're not just sitting there. Paolo Ardoino, he's like the big guy over there. He's been talking a lot about it, saying, don't worry, USDT's solid. We got this. We're going to be transparent. We're going to follow the rules. And, he's even saying some of this FUD, it's coming from their rivals.
Really?
Yeah, like they're trying to take advantage of the situation.
That's kind of messed up.
It is the game, though, right?
Yeah, I guess so. So it's a really interesting story.
It is very interesting.
Tether's making these big plays with Bitcoin, other tech, but now they got to deal with all these new regulations.
It's a tough spot to be in, but it shows what's happening to crypto as a whole.
Yeah, like it's growing up.
Exactly, growing up. It's not the Wild West anymore.
And the rules are changing.
Governments are paying attention.
So to sum up, Tether's putting a lot on the line with Bitcoin, trying to stay ahead with AI and all that. But those European rules, they could change everything.
They could.
And it really makes you think, are all these rules going to make crypto better?
That is the question, isn't it? More trustworthy? Sure. But will it stifle the innovation? It's a balancing act, and we'll have to see how it plays out.
It's going to be interesting to watch.
It will. It will.
Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us. Keep on learning about crypto. It's a wild ride.
It is.
And who knows what the future holds.
That's the fun part.